This year's theme on World Hepatitis Day is elimination. And before we even get into elimination, we need to know in details what is hepatitis and how many types exist and how dangerous is it.
Right. I think this is a question which everybody has been talking, and I guess I'm happy that the endeavor of you all to try to give this knowledge to the masses, which is more important. And a lot of people take synonyms as hepatitis and jaundice. So the first step I want the public to know, hepatitis and jaundice are two different words. Jaundice is a manifestation, पीलिया हो जाना. Why? So hepatitis is one of the cause for jaundice. So A, they are not synonymous. And jaundice could be due to so many other causes. It could be related to drugs, cancer, liver disease, metabolic, whatever. But hepatitis is one of the commonest cause of jaundice or liver disease, and this is a condition which can be prevented rather than beautifully treated.
Right.
So the most of the time medicine, we have to talk about prevention. Whether you talk about in the government strategies, anywhere in the world you talk about economics and all. What is our endeavor? Our endeavor is to cut down, to bring, to eliminate the goal, how to prevent it. So I think when I talk about prevention, to understand prevention, you need to know how does it occur, because that's how I can prevent it.
Right.
For simple thing, I would say is that the viruses is A, B, C, D, E. Forget D, because D, poor fellow, cannot do anything without B. So let's forget D. So it's A, B, C, E. To make things simple, A and E is waterborne or contaminated water and food. In Hindi, if I am allowed to say, दूषित पानी व खाने से होता है. So this is A or E. So that means it can be totally prevented.
Absolutely.
Because if I take care of my water, my hygiene, my food, I should be able to prevent it. We'll talk about vaccines a little later. Then comes B and C. Thanks to the knowledge of HIV, it doesn't really make me efforts to impress on you what is B and C, because everybody now understands what's HIV. So how does HIV spread? HIV spreads through physical contact of blood and blood products. Similarly, hepatitis B and C spread through blood and blood products, contaminated needles, procedures, instruments, anything that is deal with, and the through the sexual intercourse and then mother to child during the delivery. So these are exactly the same way that HIV is spreading. Why did we start harping about hepatitis day? Why? Now the reason is that it's something which hasn't hit the masses still. People are not realizing. We were all so scared of HIV, and then it was rather a good thing, because the amount of success that we could achieve in taking care of these people was absolutely applaudable.
Right.
International agencies and every way we did. So now we are talking about the load of hepatitis in the world. You know better than me, it's like millions of population, and almost every year 6 to 10 million new cases are added.
Right.
Coming to my India, my Bharat is Mahan. So in India also, you see the simple way we say we have like more than 1.2 billion people, and the hepatitis B and C put together is a little different in different states, but on average if I take, let's put it say between 3 to 5% or around 4 to 5. This virus goes slowly, it grows, it takes decades, 20, 30 years, but by the time it occurs in childhood, because depending on the endemicity, depending on the area where you live, like in our country, majority of the transmission occurs during pregnancy and early childhood. So my load is people who get it at a younger age, rather than people who are getting it through drugs and all. They're a small proportion. Through, now, so these people, by the time they get 20, 30 years later, like the amount of the nation's strength, your young age, they are collapsing.
Right.
And the amount of money that you end up spending on an individual is humongous.
Right.
To save them, because they end up with cancers and cirrhosis and a liver disease, and everybody cannot afford a transplant. So it's just the tip of the iceberg who can do a transplant to save themselves.
Right.
The rest of them are all dying, and the quality of life that they live is pretty bad, and they don't even know about it till it happens. So that is why we want the public, everybody, to understand the basics. What are the basics? Hepatitis B and C, which is equivalent to nearly 400 crore of population of my country, is mostly acquired in children and newborns and in childhood. And this hepatitis C, we don't have a vaccine, but God was amazing and kind. It's like hepatitis C we discovered much later than B. B we could not still, we have a vaccine, so I can prevent it. But when it comes to treatment, we have been still pretty bad. We've not really conquered it.
Right.
But C, we've conquered. And that has been recent in the last couple of years. So at least we've conquered in the sense we have a treatment which is available for 50,000 rupees, which, yes, you might think it is expensive or what, but still a lot of NGOs, and it's like it's a population in our country where there's a beautiful rich and the poor, and the rich can actually pay for the poor, and we can look into that, and it can be. So we at least have conquered in the management of hepatitis C. So what we can do now is to look into the prevention. We should ensure universal immunization of hepatitis B, and we should ensure teaching people how it spreads. You go and get a shave done. You're tired. Did you even bother how it is, what it is? You were intelligent. You go to the person. No, use a different blade. You used a different blade. What about the razor? If that razor had one drop of blood of the guy who came before you, who had his done, you need 100th of the amount that you need to spread HIV.
Okay.
So even 0.01 ml can spread hepatitis B, which people don't know. So the razor had a dried drop. It had a dried drop, and the virus can live up to a week.
Okay.
So if you did not clean it in that, Cidex solution, or
in the right way.
in the, you're supposed to clean it. So
Right.
the parlor should also have that system of cleaning the razors before using it rather than just changing it.
Right.
Because you get people who say, how did I get it? And then, you're taking girls for piercing the ears, tattooing. So it's like hidden. You're going for filing, you're going for pedicure. I go. Just in case I had a little cut in my fingernail. It doesn't mean it spread. It doesn't spread to an intact skin. It can only spread if that skin is at, there's a breach in the skin and it can go.
Right.
But what I'm trying to impress onto you is that it can be there in a dried blood. And the amount you need is 100 that you need of an HIV. So these are the hidden sources which can be preventable.